Alright, so here we are. We are in Firelink Shrine. This is where everything starts, and most importantly, this is where you need to know what to do the first time. Oh, interesting, seeing another character sitting here. Don't remember that. When I played this through the first time, I had no online access, so I've never actually experienced the online content of this game. So this will be fun. So, first thing to do when you get here is level up. And you need to decide what you want to level up. So as a pyromancer, you get to start off and get quite a few points early on, which is really nice. You start out with low dexterity, which is the only really bad stat, and low faith, which is also a bad stat if you want to go those routes. But it's very easy to counteract them with just a couple of souls, so don't mind it. It's always good to go this way. For this, I'm going to be doing a dex-based build that's going to go into, I'm going to use elemental weapons, and then I'll probably switch off to, what's it called, to normal weapons with a enchantment. This might be a little too much for beginners to know, but basically what you should do in Dark Souls is pick a weapon you want. This is rather hard because your first time through you have no idea what weapons there are. But basically the best way is to say, well, I want either to go strength or I want to go dexterity for weapons. And put points into those, and then find one that you like and keep using it. But in Dark Souls you really want to base yourself around your weapon that you want to use. Because there's not very many advantages for going over stats of what you want for a weapon. How I should put this is, the minimum requirements for a weapon usually are the optimal point for it early game. Later game, there's a lot more advantage to doing different builds, but for early game, we're going to focus on elemental weapons and only getting the minimum stats we need. So, I'm going to go with dex build, as I said. So I'm going to pump my points into dex. And I'm going to be going for a dexterity-based weapon that I really like, called the Great Scythe. I'm really fond of it, and I'm going to be trying to get it. So pump all your points into what you need, what you're going for, and then now comes the fun. Go over here to this guy, talk to him. He just tells you basic things about the beginning of the game, like gives you advice on what to do, tells you that there's a bell up top, bell on the bottom. He gives you just like kind of like starting tips. You'll notice that most NPCs kind of help guide you, just only small little guiding tips, but they help guide you to where you should be heading in your game. So always make sure to talk to NPCs. They always give you little tips. But so we're just gonna run around here, and we're going to collect all the little goodies that are here. As I said, I've only played this once, so I don't quite know where everything is offhand. But I'm going to be need ring. Interesting. So that's a message left by another player. It's kind of pointless because that message is useless. But anyways, we're gonna run out here. I'm gonna try to remember where everything is. Ooh, another message. That one's by the game developers telling you how to gesture.
Hello there.
Talk to this guy. This guy offers you your first covenant. And you have to talk to him a couple of times before he actually gives you options. You say yes, you want him to teach him. You have to join his covenant first. Join the covenant.
Now only.
And then, if you want, you can learn his gesture. And then, if you are going to go for a faith build, heal is one of the best spells in the game early on. It gives you 5 basically extra flasks. It is really good, but I'm not going to faith build. But he's here for that.
The effectiveness.
And so we're gonna go up here and go up here, grab that guy. And so at the beginning of Dark Souls, what you're kind of doing is you're just doing item collection. before you do anything big, what you want to do is you want to go around to all the good spots. Ooh, there's another phantom of someone who did the same thing as me. You want to go around to all the good spots and more or less get all the items that are really good off the bat. So, get Homeward Bones, a weapon. Now here we are. And here. Now, here's coming up is one of the trickiest areas in the game. Early level. But this has a lot of really good stuff in it. So, what you want to do is just run. Just run and grab just what I'm grabbing. There's all these little items here. Souls, a weapon, and you can't use that weapon that I just picked up. It's one of the good weapons you can get early in the game. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Okay, so I missed that the first time. So I'm gonna have to make a trip around. So I'm dodge rolling. One thing to note about this game is, oh shoot, I'm gonna die. Yep. So, alright, I paid the price for trying to go get those items and messing up. One thing to note about this game is there's a lot of areas you can access early on that you cannot touch. They are too difficult. But that shouldn't discourage you from going there, because you can run suicidally in and get stuff. Like this undead area. There's a couple of really good things in here. That two-hander that I picked up, the Zimwitzer or whatever it's called. I'm horrible with names, by the way. That's one of the really strong early two-handed weapons that you can grab. There's my bloodstain that lets me pick up my souls and humanity that you had on you. Here it is. Grab the wing speeder. Alright, run out. Whee! Run over here. Grab that. Let's see if I can make it out. Oh, yeah. As I said, lots of enemies that you just can't even touch. They just kill you. But they are usually guarding really good loot, and if you run in suicide in there to grab it, you can start off your game much stronger. And that's what I'm doing here. So we grabbed a couple of souls, drink a flask so I can roll down and not die. And then you're going to want to run back here to the fire. If you get to a bonfire, all enemies who are chasing you will stop chasing you, and all enemies who are dead will revive, except for special ones. So that's basically around this first area. There's a couple bits of stuff up there, but we're going to actually go up there for the story. So we're going to go this way first, which is down here. There's an important person right here. She is a firekeeper. Basically, these people buff the fires that they watch. She watches the fire up above, and he gives 10 Estus flasks. As you can see right here, I have 10. He gives 10 of those versus 5 from normal fires. You can also kindle fires, and it will do the same effect. But firekeepers like her do it for free to their fire. And she can reinforce flasks. Basically, what that does is makes your Estus flask heal for more, but you need a firekeeper soul for it. So to make your Estus flasks heal more, you need a Firekeeper soul. So we're actually going to go pick up one of the easiest ones to get in the game. It just requires you to die. So we come down here, and we step onto this plate. And this plate will drop us down into a new area. Now, to note, this is possibly one of the most annoying areas in the game. I absolutely hate it. It puts me on edge every time I go here. But there's a lot of good stuff here. But this is mostly a much later stage game area. So first things to note, up here is where we're going to be going in a second. I just want to show you something real quick. Here's a blacksmith. These guys can upgrade weapons for you. There's a bunch of them in the game. This one is the easiest one to get to. You have to talk to him a bunch. He'll tell you about who he is. But now you can get things from him. You can have him reinforce weapons with Titanite shards and souls. I don't have anything yet, and from him you can purchase spells and catalysts. He's basically for sorcerers and magic weapon people is what he does mostly in the game, but he can also do the basic upgrades that anyone can do. But we're gonna run over here instead, and from the starting area, this is just to the left, and we're gonna do a suicide run. Well, we'll try to not be suicidal. So if we roll down here and break this little pot, in it is a guy who has Transient Curse. In this next area there's going to be ghosts, and to get past ghosts you need to be cursed. Temporary curse that allows entanglement with or engagement with ghosts. So we're going to do just that, and we're going to see if we can't make it through without being suicidal. But basically, yeah, this way there's these ghosts which are relatively hard to kill, at least early on. And they have a couple of really nasty attacks, and they hide, they can go through walls, and they're all in sorts of deadly traps. So, but luckily, for pyromancers only, killing them is relatively easy. And this spell actually has AoE, so if you can catch two of them together, you can actually hurt both of them. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. So that guy caught me with his little hook. Oh. So I only have 4 fireballs left, and I only killed 2 of the ghosts. There's 5 ghosts that need to be killed to get to the Firekeeper Soul, which is just this way, through here, right there. You can either suicide run for it, or, as I'm going to try to do, bait out the ghosts. Try to bait them out. Yes, I got them all with that, which means as long as I can get... Oh shoot, I messed up. Uh-oh. So, I have to kill this guy by myself without my spells. So that's a grapple attack, it can't be blocked. So you have to be very careful with it. Oh man, this is really hard. See, I wanted to kill them all with pyromancy by using the area of effects stuff. So, come on. Come on, one more attack. Yes! Okay, so, I've got all the ghosts. Now I can run here safely. Yeah, see, they hid under this little bridge. And, they pop up if you try to walk over to this bright shining object. So, yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna use the homeward bone that I've picked up to return home, because I don't want to walk out. Basically, this just takes you back up the elevator, back to the last fire you visited, which was here. And so now that we captured that Firekeeper Soul, we're going to go down here to this guy and reinforce the flask. Voila. Now, for people who picked up the Master Key, this next part is something you can do. If you decide to not choose the Master Key as a gift, for whatever reason, you cannot do this next part. So come back down here. If you don't come back up through the lift, you have to pull this little lever here, which brings the lift back up, and vice versa. If you got down there without the lift, you have to pull a lever down there to bring the lift down to take you back up if you want to come up. So anyways, we're going to go back down, and I'm going to show you what people who chose the Master Key can do. So if you've chosen the Master Key, come down through your stairs. Over here you have this little building. And if you go up here, you can get access to a bunch of stuff by using this little Master Key. Come around this corner, pick up the name of this soldier, nameless soldier. Now, I probably should have spent my souls. I have 1,000 souls, which would have got me another level of stuff. This is usually suicidal. So we're gonna run over here, and you see this little undead dragon. Well, I should say dead dragon. He's actually undead, and he's horrible. So we're gonna come over here, and the second you go for those items right there, he will come alive and kill you. and it's really impossible to not die. You can grab that one safely. But we're going to come in here, we're going to grab that, and roll! Yeah, as I said, pretty much suicide. So, yeah. So anyways, kills you, but you get over here, and you got a couple of souls from it, and most importantly, you got the Astora's Straight Sword. This is a really strong sword, really strong. If you're a faith build user, it scales with both strength, dexterity, and faith. It has a high faith requirement of 14, which you can see over on the required parameters box. I wish I had my mouse on so I could show you. Oh, can I turn that on? No, I don't think I can turn that on. But I have it disabled through a settings file. But basically the required parameters for it is 14, which is why under magic, under the attack, you see that negative 64. It means I lose 64 points of my magic damage for using that sword, because I do not have enough faith to use it. But also, very importantly, we get this, the Dragon Crest Shield. This shield is awesome. It's got 100% physical resistance, which means that when you block attacks that are melee, you won't take damage, and it has 85 fire resistance, which is really good for a couple of fights. It also has very low strength requirement on it, and it's low weight, which makes it very easy to wield for everyone, and it's really great. So I'm actually going to equip that shield, and I'm actually going to equip the straight sword as well, because as you can see right here with my hand axe, it does 80 damage plus 8. But if I go up to the straight sword, it does 80 damage plus 9, and then it does 80 damage magic minus 64. But that's still actually more than what I do. So even though I can't wield it properly, I still can use it. Another option is, if you couldn't do that, is the morning mace you pick up in that one area, if you followed the guide. And it also has a bleed effect, which is actually kind of cool, and it scales with strength. And it does a little more damage, but I'm going to go with the Astora's Straight Sword. You can't wield this guy yet, but this guy does massive damage, the Ziwahander. I can't pronounce stuff. But anyways, it tells you can't use it effectively, yada yada yada, I know that. But I don't care. I'm going to use it. So anyways, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to continue my Let's Play, but that was my beginner's guide to Dark Souls. Basically, kind of giving you a tip up on how to start off your game, to start off better prepared and better equipped. As always, thank you for watching, and maybe see you next video.